Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. Now, local needs. What does your community need from the government? As citizens, we often wonder what our community needs to thrive. What are the pressing issues that require government attention? What initiative will make a tangible difference in our daily lives? Well, these are some of the questions, that we would like to throw to you and ask you. What do you think the government should do at this point in your community? What are the things that you think you deserve? So we are going to open the lines to hear directly from you, our viewer. Share your thoughts, concerns, and ideas on what your community needs from the government. Now call us on the numbers that are going to be displayed on your screens. In case you're not able to reach us on any of the numbers, you can do well to send us WhatsApp message on the first number that is showing on your screen. So let's hear from you and your thoughts on the key areas where your community needs government support right now. So what do you think? What are the things that you think is lacking in some communities at this point? Aside from, I know that insecurity is one thing, and I know maybe possibly a lot of callers calling will dwell on insecurity. They need security, the insecurity in their communities. Maybe is it public toilets they need? Is it more schools? Is it more security personnel? Is it what infrastructure? Is it electricity? When last did you have electricity in your community, in your area? A lot of things that I feel the callers are going to call and just vent or pour their anger at this point.
Before I say anything, there's a caller.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. This is Abasekon calling from
Abasekon, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
I've missed you a lot. Where have you been? I saw you yesterday when you were reading the news. I said, my body.
I went to rest a bit. Sometimes our body needs to rest, so I took a little bit of rest.
Okay. And I've not been seeing Lily Ogazi. I've not been seeing Somaya.
Yeah.
They're all fine.
I need to be seeing all of you. And Dr. Yakubu, I need to be seeing you people on screen. No. I need to see you people. Good morning, all of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
I love seeing all of you on board.
Yeah.
Yeah, sincerely speaking. Trust TV is a station to beat. Sincerely speaking, my heart always, beats. Each time I'm not watching Trust TV, like yesterday, I wasn't around. I missed most of your program from 12. Trust TV is a station to be, sincerely speaking.
Yeah.
Don't touch that guy. Sure.
Thank you very much. That's true.
There's one question people are putting on board. Local need.
Yes.
What does your community need from the government? What does my community need? Sincerely speaking, as I'm watching you people on telly, no NEPA here. And I'm just behind the GRA. Just behind the GRA, no NEPA. We need light. No water. We need water. I buy water. The solar, I'm using solar. Last time it got knocked down. It took me 3 days because of Trust TV. I had to fix it back urgently, not to miss your program. Sincerely speaking, we need light. But the governor is really trying, Alhaji Inua. Damaji, he's really trying, Inua. He's trying. Because if some of the northern governors can emulate what this man is doing, and the governor of Borno State, and the governor of Adamawa State, I watch their program on their television station, and I see what they are doing. But I am on ground here, I'm seeing what the governor is doing. The governor is very practical. He does his work without fear, and you see, because he doesn't dash money. People don't like him. I like him. Why must he be dashing money? He should use that money that he needs to dash to give us infrastructure. But please, he should come to Urujuli at 9 hours and make sure that we have light and water. Yes, water is life. Light is also life. The first thing God created was light. Let there be light, even when there was darkness. So if we don't have light, my sister, will you be walking? My sisters, will you be walking? Because there will be no light. So light is very paramount to life. Yes, I also want to add that, sincerely speaking, look at African countries, they are doing something wonderful. Look at Egypt. They want to buy surface-to-air missiles from US. And look at what happened in Iran. What happened in Iran? The Israelites just had opportunity over their airspace. And the Egyptians, they woke up, they said, no, we don't have to sleep from our slumber. They now fortify their airspace. Nigerians, what are we doing with our money? They need to probe the IG, probe the EFCC, probe the DSS, the military. They should be accountable of the money that have been given to them. They have squandered our money, and that is why we're having problems of infrastructure. We need these things on board, on ground, so that our airspace will be protected. If it is not protected, there is problem. And look at, I'm giving an example because of what happened between Israel and Iran. They had to call their reserve. Look at our reserve. They are not being taken care of. The police are not being taken care of. They are paying 10,000. Whereas those in the National Assembly, they are buying SUV. And then they are buying yachts. What are they going to use yachts for? How their lifespan, how many years are they going to live on Earth for them to buy yachts, for them to be cruising on SUV, bulletproof car? Will they not die? After all, one just died. All the money he has acquired, was the money buried with him? So we should have a second thought about life. We should know that life itself has expiring date, just like drugs have expiring date, and a lot of things have expiring date. I have an expiring date. Everybody in this world has an expiring date. So we must be contented with what we have and fear God. Our retirees should be taken good care of. And that is why I always like Fatima. He's always hammering that they should take care of retirees, take care of the teachers, take care of those people that work at the airport that have not been paid. There's one Baba I used to see. He has tolo in his house. The man always cries. Please, they should pay those people.
Yeah.
NAS, they work for only 4 years. House of Assembly, and they want them to be paid pension and gratuity. For what? The presidency and the vice work for 4 years, and they are collecting huge sums of money. People that have served this country, they have been named. They killed them. They died. Their wives and children under abject poverty. They refuse to pay them. This is man in humanity to man. Man in humanity to man. We must rethink and put our house in order. Imagine, look at our life span on earth is very short. We continue to borrow money. We have now borrowed 200 billion. Our debt, private debt, is now 200 billion. Our children, how are they going to pay for this? We must have a rethink. God bless Trust TV. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you so much.
God continue to strengthen his people because of this job. And you people are doing tasking job. Investigating journalism is not easy. Telegiwa was killed, but you people will not die. Rather, you will be strengthened and be promoted in Jesus' name.
Inshallah. Thank you so much, Mr. Basekon, for your contribution. I mean, he spoke, almost touched on a lot of the things, that a lot of communities are lacking at this point. Electricity, water, good roads, good primary health centers, a lot of things that,
he touched many areas,
yes,
his areas and other many areas.
Let's pick this call.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
We are fine,
Morning.
thank you.
How are
Your
you?
name and location. We are fine, thank you. Your name and location.
My name is Yakubu. Yakubu Musa calling you from Jos.
Thank you so much for joining us, Yakubu. Go ahead, what's your take?
Thank you. I hope many people are listening to you. This last caller is telling the actual truth of what is happening in Nigeria. Now look at the minimum wage of 70,000 that many states are unable to pay it. And some are even calling for state police. Who is to pay them? The state government that is unable to pay their workers are now preparing to pay for more security agents to do what with them? They don't want to use it to politicize, to deal with the opponent, to win the election, and that is the problem. That is why they're looking for the local state police. Can you imagine somebody who worked for 35 years in service, when he left the service, he's receiving 30,000 as his pension? I was a living witness when NEPA brought to him 30,000 naira his NEPA bill, and his pension is 30,000. What country are we living in? Members of the rank for just 4 years, you want to go out with millions of naira. What kind of leadership is this? We are just playing wildlife, just like animals in the bush. When the lion is feeling hungry, you attack any animal he feels like. Kill it, eat the meat, and leave the rest there. Because somebody who is stronger than you in Nigeria, even he touch you, you take him to the police station. You are wasting your time. Will you take a senator to the police station? You do what with him there? We say the rule of law is telling us the equality before them. Why is these people that are not equal to us? Where is the rule of law? We don't have a system in Nigeria. Everything has collapsed. Look at the pensioners. They are dying along their protest. And they are looking at them. Our leaders are going abroad. They are seeing how the system is running. They did not couple up to come and bring it to Nigeria. A group of thieves, that is what I would call them, dealing with us. Always borrowing money. Where is the oil subsidy? And every senator they have signed, the president should go and receive more money because they will share it. Look at how bandits are killing people. What action have they taken against it? Have you ever seen a councillor has been killed in a banditry? Or a local government chairman? Or member House of Assembly? Or rep or Senate? Or any minister? Who have you ever had is being killed during the banditry? Where are they? Are they not living in Nigeria? When you look at what is happening critically, I think it's a conspiracy. That is how I call it. As the last caller is talking about how you people are suffering. I don't know whether you have heard of the lady when he was hanged. This your work is also a very work that people should look at you people. Because we need to enter bush, press the what is happening in the country to bring it out, to enlighten the masses. But yet the government is not looking after you yourself. There are some news that when you get it, you yourself don't want to bring the news out because they will end up dealing with you. Where is the freedom of speech? Look at this Natasha. What did she said? The Supreme Court ruled it that she should go back to the Senate, but they have stopped her from entering the Senate. Supreme Court, if the Supreme Court will give the verdict, and somebody will stop the verdict, who is that person? Stronger than the Supreme Court? What kind of system is this? People they don't want to obey the law of the land. And they are the elders. What do they want the junior ones to couple? This kind of habit. If this thing will continue in this country, prepare for war. That is what I will tell you. Our system has condemned. We don't know even where we are going. Look at the subsidy that the bushman and the other people are enjoying. They have removed the subsidy. Where you are traveling, you pay 1,000 naira in the last 3 years. Today you will pay 10,000. Where will you get it? People, they want to go and see their relations in the villages. They are unable to go. A lot of bread that is 250 naira. Today is 2,000. How much are you earning as your salary that you feed yourself, a wife, maybe and 2 or 3 children, making 5 of you? If you are taking the 70,000, divide 70,000 by 30 days. A loaf of bread is 2,000.
Yeah.
Now in the morning, you eat bread of 60,000. What about other social amenities? What about other needs? What about medical? Maybe school fees for the children. Which country are we living in? You ask yourself, what is wrong with our leaders? Somebody of 80 years and you are still stealing money to do what with it? To leave it for your children? You do not let them go to school. You only teach them how to spend money. That is why you are stealing public funds to raise your family. So God forbid. We claim religious in this country. We are all liars. No religion teach you how to live the way you are living now. So I wish you people success. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Yakubu, for your contribution. I mean, just 2 callers, or should I say 3?
Just 2, but they have summarized everything.
And yes, they've touched on what is happening in their community, and it's the reality whether we like it or not. You know, there are a lot of things that are lacking in communities, you know, aside from the electricity we just talked about, aside from, you know, medical centers, you know, even maternal care for women, you know, there are a lot of things that are missing. I mean, if you look at some of the hospitals in some communities, it's sad to see that people are actually being taken to this primary health care just to deliver or, you know, to take care of one health issue or the other. Let's make this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Maryam. Fatima and Dawatu.
Dawatu, okay, Shatima.
Good morning, Mr.
Good
Shatima.
morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Well done. So thank you so much for joining us.
Fatima and Dawatu.
Clear, Shatima, and Dawatu, clear.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you so much for joining us. Go ahead. What's your take on the matter we are discussing right now?
So, what your local needs, what the community needs from the government, what we need is peace. They should try as much as possible to make the security tight, to bring security in our community, to restore security in our bushes. That's the only what we need from them. If they provide security all over Nigeria, farmers, there will be access to their farm. Let them go ahead and steal whatever they want to steal. We don't give a damn. I can remember in those days, we don't know what government is doing. But they push us, they open our eyes by force to realize what they are doing because of lack of security. No farmer can get access to his farm to till the soil and cultivate a crop. That is why the hardship comes. That is why we start to observe what they are doing. If at all they can provide security for us to farm our land, to farm our land, to cultivate crops, this is enough for us. All what we want is peace. Now there is a danger that is heading Nigeria, and nobody is talking about it. Many farmers now, where now if you divided Nigeria into 4, it was only 1 portion of land that is cultivated. The 3 portions of land, due to insecurity, there is no access for farming. This is a danger. And also 1 portion that was cultivating, the farmers, they have to divide their farm into 3. They cultivate half of the farm and left the remaining one. Why? Because of crops, because of fertilizer is too expensive. Chemicals are too expensive. It is beyond the support of a common farmer. This is the problem that we are facing now. And if care is not taken, this bad government will push us to shortage of food, while we will be dying in our living room. God forbid. But this thing, it will not happen, inshallah. But by all indications, that is their plan. But God will not allow this thing to happen by God's will, because we are praying hard to see that Nigeria remains as it is. We know There is a plan to push us on a shortage of food. If not, how can you bring a fertilizer and selling it at the cost of 50,000 naira? You can imagine. You can imagine. These people, they have protected us from all luxury. They have made us to become a beggar. They injected poverty into us. This poverty in Nigeria, it was created. There is no poverty in Nigeria. It was created and pushed to us. You see, the education they cannot provide education. If the government cannot provide education, government cannot provide health, government cannot provide all necessary needs of life, then what is government? People are running government on profit making. It will never happen anywhere. If you are a government, you stand as a government, you give your subject a place meat, and you just manage with bond. This is what we call leaders.
Oh, so sorry I think we lost Fatima. Well, let's take some WhatsApp messages because we are almost running out of time, even though, it's a conversation we don't want to end now. Well, this is coming from Samuel from Lagos. He said, good morning. Please, the time has come to bring our governors to your studio and tell us what they have been doing with the huge revenue allocation received every month from the federal government to alleviate the lack of food in their states and stop Ibi Impawa.
Ibi Impawa.
We are hungry. Ibi Impawa.
Ibi Impawa. Yoruba word.
It's that we are hungry. The hungry syndrome, sort of. So a lot of people are going through that. Well, let's take another one.
The second message. Problems are not working. Instead of affecting repairs,
I think there are some messages missing.
It's missing. So this one is coming from Comrade Nansat from Jos.
Yeah, so it's coming down.
So it's coming down. Okay, yeah, that's it.
It's still up. Okay. Calm down.
This is it. Okay.
Yeah, so this is it.
Comrade Nansat from Jos said, good morning, Trust TV. My community, Ship in Pankshin, South Constituency, Plateau State, needs portable drinking water. All the motorized boreholes dug during the tenure of President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan have developed technical problems and are not working. Instead of effecting repairs, our representatives came and dug hand pump boreholes in the same spot. That's so sad. And we are still sharing water with animals in the streams, as even the hand pump boreholes can hardly serve a community ship 30 people. I was reading slowly because the more I read, the more I was like, they're sharing water.
There's still more stories, and he said,
he said there's still more stories. Okay, can you complete it for us?
They're sharing water with animals in the stream, as even the hand pump boreholes can hardly serve a community ship 30
they're sharing
people.
Water with animals.
Just even a 30 people it can't serve, because I mean, the more there's rain, the more the dog, I don't know if it is the borehole that they pump, and then even the wells and what have you. Definitely, what do you expect is going to be congested.
And the way he said, if he was right, he would have just affected the repair.
Yeah,
the repair would have even been
just
cheaper than digging the hand pump boreholes.
Well, a lot of things are actually wrong with a lot of communities, which we know that by just mere sitting this just conversation, we're not going to tackle or hear from a lot of people that would want to call. Probably we'll continue this phone conversation next week, because we need to hear from people. A lot of things that we know communities need: street lights, good schools, good roads. A lot of things that is missing and is lacking. If you see how CSOs and just people personally, individuals taking the initiative to go to communities just to see how they can revive some primary health care, just to make sure that the people of that community have a hospital somewhere that they can actually take their loved ones when they are sick. I mean, I was watching a video just yesterday where they said a woman was hit I think a tree fell on her or something like that, and they couldn't even take her to the hospital. She died. Because there's the facility, there's nothing
there's
there.
no
They
medical
cannot even rush her
facility
to the hospital. Yeah, because the communities, when you go to some communities, if you know how far from the main road, going down to the community, you will imagine how people are even getting the necessary healthcare systems that they may need in those areas. It's really sad to see. The road is bad and it's very far before you reach to the main road. Imagine a man that has just bike and probably his son or his daughter is sick, and he has to take the son that is sick and the mother on the same bike. Imagine how that can be.
I just hope honestly, this particular one, my brother from Plateau just did, and just Plateau State
Indeed,
just
your brother
that
from
just
Plateau
my brother
State.
from Plateau, honestly, that just
He's
sent,
my brother from Plateau too. I have a blood, so you can't
my
take
brother
it.
from Plateau State. I just hope the government of Plateau State are watching and they're going to do something about it, because this is so sad. Sharing water with animals is just so out of it.
Well, it's sad. At the end of the day, the good thing is the people are actually also doing things to make sure that they stay safe. When they fetch those waters, they keep them to settle, they boil them and stuff. I mean, I saw a lady, one video, it looks like content, but she fetched the very dirty water, she allowed it to settle, and she was washing her clothes with it. It's on social media. If you search, you will see. So you'll be wondering, and if you see the community where she's staying, it doesn't look like a ghetto kind of community, but there's no water. There's no water, there's no light.
Even the people of Lekki in Lagos are complaining.
Imagine communities in just even states like Nasarawa, even here in Abuja, in some communities, they use torchlight to even in some healthcare torchlight. There's no light.
Just last month, somebody from Bida, Niger State, complained that his wife died because there was no light when they were operating on her.
This light issue is it's so terrible, and we are seeing the president trying to meet with Gencos and trying to settle the debt and what have you. So we need light, we need stable light at this point. Well, this is the much that we can take this morning on our phone-in interactions with you. Well, we are very grateful and we appreciate your contributions, and every time we open the phone lines, you're always here to join us on this conversation, so that we can air out your views, your thoughts, what you think the government should do. I mean, it's a platform and we are here just for you. So thank you so much for all the messages and the phone calls. Well, let's go on a quick break, and we'll return. We'll bring in our guests to talk about skincare routine to all kinds of skin, not just one. So stay with us.